Solana will quadruple. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeff here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about why a quadrupling on the price of Solana is likely to occur over just the next 2 years. In today's episode, I am going to be breaking down exactly why I believe this is a great time to begin dollar cost averaging into the entire cryptocurrency market, but also into Solana. I'm going to explain a couple of my reservations about the cryptocurrency, and I'm going to give you my genuine thoughts on this project and why I think it is one that you should have in your portfolio moving into the year of 2024. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Solana's rally has been big, to say the least. We've rallied from mid-September to our local high 287% over the course of 63 days. And as a result of that rally, we know that Solana has already used quite a lot of bullish energy just to get to the $59.50 level that it is currently at. But just simply to return to all-time highs, Solana would need to rally by over 300%. That would be a quadrupling of its current price. So what's the likelihood that that will occur, and when might we see that happening? And finally, how should we be investing in Solana right now to best maximize our returns? Well, to start off, I do believe that Solana will go back to all-time high for the same reason that I believe many of the other blue chip cryptocurrencies in the top 20 for the cryptocurrency market will go back to all-time high as well. Bitcoin, I'm very confident, will return to all-time highs. Its value proposition has remained the same and adoption has steadily increased. The same thing can be said for Ethereum, for XRP, for Cardano, and also, yes, for Solana. My general investment strategy for this bull market, and the thing that I've recommended for you guys to do, is to dollar cost average into about the top 10 to the top 30 cryptocurrency assets, especially including blue chip cryptocurrencies that have survived at least one, preferably 2 bear markets. Examples of assets that have survived and thrived through 2 bear markets would be Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and Cardano. Examples of cryptocurrency assets that have survived and seemingly have thrived through one bear market include Solana. And Solana is continuing to develop its layer 2 ecosystem rapidly, nearly doubling the amount of revenue and fees that are being collected from the layer 2 ecosystem in just the last 60 days. That data is definitely nowhere near all-time high, but it's a very encouraging trend. Now, before we go any further, I do want to mention that I do have some reservations about Solana with the way that it was founded, with the integrity of its blockchain, and with some of the ways that the initial tokens were allocated. I'm going to probably cover that in another video, but I do want you to understand that I do have certain reservations about Solana that do lead me to being a little bit more skeptical about how much of my own portfolio I want to put into this project. But what I will say is that I am going to be purchasing it for this upcoming bull market because I believe that its likelihood of rallying and generating large returns is greater than its likelihood of crashing to zero because of some kind of issue with its blockchain, even if I think that there are some integrity issues with the core chain itself. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and look at the chart here. One of the very first things that's going to jump out at you on the Solana chart are these 2 uptrending levels of support and resistance. The resistance being here and the support being here. Solana is very clearly in an ascending trading channel, and that ascending trading channel has led to a massive rally over just the last 2 months. That rally is in total a 250% rally in a $47 movement. Due to that movement, Solana added nearly $20 billion in market capitalization, which is a far cry from the nearly $70 billion in market capitalization that was added to Ethereum in the very same time, indicating that there could be even more gains to come on Solana if it's able to compete as a layer 1 blockchain. As I mentioned earlier, you want to look for cryptocurrencies that have survived and, like a phoenix, been rebirthed in this beginning of the new bull market, and Solana is one of them. Its community is continuing to grow. There are new events going on, and they've got massive partnerships. You can even see over here on their website some of those integrations and tools from partnerships that they are working with. Discord, Circle, Brave, Google, Jump, Lollapalooza, Shopify, Meta, and Stripe. All names that you know and maybe love. Maybe not Meta, but the rest of them you probably do. So again, certain reservations about the way the token was originally allocated and the integrity of the underlying blockchain itself aside, the partnerships are great, the adoption is great, and the community involvement in the project is likewise wonderful. So with all of that in mind, what is the likelihood that Solana actually returns back to all-time high? Well, I think that it is relatively high so long as one of those underlying integrity issues in the blockchain don't crop up. And the reason I say that has a lot to do with FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried was an integral investor in Solana and was a major player in the community. And so when FTX went offline, Solana crashed like a rock and fell very far to the downside. Post FTX, Solana would go on to drop by 76% in just 60 days, down to about $9. At the absolute bottom, Solana was down 97% from its all-time high. That is why you've seen such massive rallies out of Solana. It's simply recapturing all of the lost price action that it had lost as a result of the FTX collapse. If FTX had not collapsed and brought down Solana with it, then Solana would have likely rally to these same points, but that's only 100% rally, much more akin to what we've seen out of other cryptocurrencies. Solana has been making up lost ground, which is why it's gone through such massive rallies, and that's also why it has so much more room to run than another cryptocurrency like Ethereum that was not absolutely eviscerated in the bear market because of a fundamental that wasn't really totally its fault. And so that leads us to where we are today on Solana. Looking at the shorter term technicals, we can see that Solana is currently in a bull flag, and depending on whether you're looking at the logarithm chart or the regular chart, it is currently under one of two different Fibonacci resistance levels. On the 3-daily chart, we are right below the golden pocket, which sits between $71 and $79, indicating that we're going to need a good bit of bullish strength to break through that level and rally to our next levels. And if we look at the regular chart, you can see that Solana is currently below the 0.236 level on Fibonacci, which sits at $68, also providing strong resistance. In short, for Solana to go on another run, the likes of which it has just done in the last 60 days, there's going to need to be some kind of major bullish catalyst. That could be a Bitcoin ETF being approved. That could be Bitcoin going through a corrective movement in December, as we're calling for, and then going through a major rally in January and February, leading Solana to double in price again. Whatever it may be, it's going to need to be big, and this rally is over for now, and Solana is firmly in corrective territory. For us to call a new rally on Solana, you're going to need to see at least $71 breached, and you're going to need to see a lot of volume to back it up. So is now the time to be entering into a long position on Solana? No. You missed the boat on the last trade, and now you've got to wait for the next. But does that mean that we should be leaving Solana out of our investment portfolio? No. And in fact, the investment strategy that I've been recommending for the last several months has been a broad-based index fund style approach to investing in the cryptocurrency market. Everything in the top 10, everything in the top 20, everything in the top 30, whatever you choose a certain subset of the top market capitalization cryptocurrencies in this industry, and whichever one you choose, Solana is invariably going to be in it. And then dollar cost average into it every Friday, every second Friday, or once a month, preferably every single Friday. And Solana is a cryptocurrency that I think you should absolutely include in there, even though it's already 3 times higher than it was just a few months ago. It is likely going to triple to go back to all-time high. And that leads us back to the final topic I want to talk about today. Solana tripling or quadrupling back to all-time high. Is that going to happen, and should we be expecting that? To answer that question, we're going to look at the all-time history for Ethereum, and we're going to realize that Ethereum at one point was worth $559 billion. That's over $500 billion, and it will likely return there as a result of the massive amount of development that has gone on Ethereum and the rest of the layer 1s. Layer 1 architecture in the form of layer 1 blockchains that you build layer 2 applications on is likely going to be a $1 to $5 trillion market during this coming bull market. And a good portion of that valuation is going to flow into Solana and Cardano. We've talked about Cardano in a recent video 2 weeks ago. You can go watch that if you would like. But Solana is going to get a lot of that investment as well. And when you are seeing hundreds of billions of dollars flowing into market capitalization on layer 1 ecosystems, Solana is obviously going to be a top contender to gain that market capitalization. And so Solana going to $100 billion market capitalization, which is what it would take to go back to all-time high, is absolutely within the realm of possibility, and I would even argue is within the realm of likelihood, so long as something catastrophic doesn't happen to the chain itself. Something that we have to understand about capitalism is that a flawed company or a flawed blockchain or a flawed this, that, or the other, or the third can still be successful even despite those flaws. So while I do have concerns about the way that Solana operates, and I have a few concerns about the way that it's led and the way that the token was allocated, the fact of the matter is the community likes it and they're buying it and it is working and there are things being built on it. And so we shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater and say the technology isn't perfect, so therefore we're not going to ever touch it. We have to realize that it is being adopted and it is a place that we can make money. So in conclusion, is Solana going to go back to all-time high during this bull market? I think so. Well, the outflowing of that is that you're probably going to see a 300% rally on Solana in just the next 2 years. And so if you're not invested in Solana, I think it is a choice that you should consider adding to your cryptocurrency portfolio. Again, it would fall under my broader strategy of investing in the cryptocurrency market during the first half and really the first 2/3 of this bull market, where we're investing with a dollar cost average approach with an index style fund approach, where we're investing every Friday, a certain amount of our paycheck or your certain amount of your monthly expenses, whatever it may be, your investment budget, and you're going to split that between either the top 10, top 15, top 20, top 30 cryptocurrencies, and Solana is obviously going to be in that. Should Solana be in that index fund that you are going to manage yourself? I think so, and I think that you will make profit from investing in it now and holding it for the next 2 years. If you would like to see a video where I outline my concerns about Solana, and that's actually the topic of the video, I can absolutely do that. I do, however, think that Solana is a cryptocurrency that you are going to be able to make money in this bull market, but it is also, as with any cryptocurrency, a cryptocurrency that carries with it a degree of risk. So first of all, make sure you're not investing with more money than you can afford to lose, and second of all, make sure that you're diversified into a large number of crypto assets, because as we saw during the last bear market, 1 or 2 of them are probably going to go down at some point. We saw that happen with Luna, we saw that happen with FTT, we saw that happen with FTX, the exchange, and a few others. So make sure that you're being diversified, not going all in into one cryptocurrency. Make sure you have a plan and try to avoid dumping all of your investment in all at once. Instead, make gradual purchases across a large base of crypto assets, because that diversification over the time that you invest and what you invest will bring a lot more safety, reduce your risk profile, while still maintaining much of the reward profile, overall statistically putting the likelihood of you profiting in this bull market significantly higher, which is better for your financial future. If you want to learn more about the kind of technical analysis that we did in this episode of The Climate of Crypto, then you can sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy with the link in the description box down below. We have taught over 5,000 students how to successfully and profitably invest in cryptocurrency markets, and I want to help you guys learn the skills of technical analysis as well. It is an art form that goes back all the way over 100 years to Edward Dow, who founded it, along with founding the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the Wall Street Journal. And technical analysis is absolutely the most important form of analysis to understand where a market is, where a market's been, and therefore where a market is going. So if you're trying to profit in the cryptocurrency space, an investment in your education in technical analysis is essentially unnecessary. Feel free to get access to over 45 videos and over 10 hours of high-quality educational content, with more content coming soon with the link in the description box down below. And feel free to check out our free previews over on our website so you can see a taste of what you'll be getting into. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, because it helps to support this video on the YouTube algorithm. If you think it will help someone else, go back and watch our recent videos on our Ethereum price prediction and our Cardano price prediction, so you'll know where I believe Cardano and Ethereum are going over the next 6 to 12 months, so you'll know whether those are good investments to make right now. And before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.